Our predictions for the 2023 Qatar Grand Prix. Right, let's get into our predictions now then, starting with biggest good surprise. I am going to lock in Logan Sargent. Now, I haven't driven Qatar Lusail International Circuit in real life, but I have on the game. I feel like it's quite an easy circuit for Logan to get up to speed at. And I think the Williams will be pretty good as well. So that's why I think Logan, a solid little P15 and finishes the race. That is surprising for Logan currently. So not smashing his car either. Come on, Logan.
Gone for that loophole. My biggest good surprise, I've gone for Pierre Gasly. I think he's going to be fired up after what happened, and he's going to drive like a man possessed, and also was very good there. In the only other race we've done around there, actually, and started on the front row, which is pretty wild.
Interesting. We'll see. I don't think they're even making Q3, but you know,
Ooh,
that's the juicy spice right there. Juicy spice. That's weird. Biggest flop now. I have gone for Liam Lawson. I feel as though Logan, he's going to do it. You know, he's going to have a massive performance. Some people are going, "Oh, is Liam going to get the Williams seat?" Obviously, Felipe Drugovich, loads of other drivers in the sort of arena to take that seat. But Liam, I think no reason other than vibes. But you know what my vibes can sometimes do. I mean, I overthrew Max Verstappen recently. So Liam, if you're listening, which you're not, I'm sorry, but watch out.
My biggest flop, pains me to say it, but I've gone for Fernando Alonso. And I just think that his back will finally give up carrying Aston Martin. That tractor to great results or just solid points. And he might not even get a point this time, is what I'm kind of thinking. Just because, I feel like he's getting the most out of that car every week, and he's going to slip up eventually, and maybe Qatar.
Mate, you already slipped up at Singapore. Have you deleted that from your brain?
No, they had damage for that, so I'm counting that on reflection that he would have absolutely won that race and by 40 seconds. Yeah,
won that race again. Can't remember the last time he won that race. Sprint shootout. So the winner of qualifying on the Saturday, for me, is going to be Max Verstappen. It's going to be another torrid time for anyone that isn't a Red Bull fan. I just feel it in my bones. I think it's going to be very similar to Suzuka. McLaren will be there, but they won't be there enough to overthrow Max.
Indeed. I've also gone for Max Verstappen. You'd be crazy to bet anyone else on a track like this. High speed, very similar, really to Suzuka, I guess. And Max, we saw what he did in Suzuka. It was absolutely unstoppable, and you wouldn't bet against the same this weekend.
Sprint winner now, Max Verstappen. So I was thinking, do we go for a little bit of spice here? Do we go, Max won't win the title on the Saturday after everyone talking about it? And then you look into it and you go, he has to finish in the top 6. So instead, I'm just going all in on Max Verstappen this weekend. It worked last time. And look, we had our 1 week of glory at Singapore. It was a good taste of what life used to be like without Red Bull winning. But Max is now going to solidly remind us for the rest of the year, I believe, that it's only one person that's going to be at the top step of that podium, and it's Max Verstappen. For
sprint winner, I've gone for Lando Norris.
Oh!
Part of me thinks that, I do think McLaren are going to be very good around here. And maybe, for whatever reason, Max is not on the sprint. That being said, I don't fully believe it, but for the purpose of something a bit spicier, let's go for Lando and see what those vibes do.
Pole position now. So this is happening on the Friday. And I've gone for Max Verstappen. No, I think, no, it's just going to be a carbon copy, I feel as though. As much as Ferrari sometimes turn up on a sprint weekend, I think Max is just going to have one of those wonderful weekends for himself where he'll crown himself champion. I don't think he'll crown himself. Formula One will crown him champion, and he will just win everything so that he gets the biggest plaudits possible for this weekend.
Yeah, Paul, I've also gone for Max Verstappen. It's so hard to bet against him, particularly on a sprint weekend as well, when we know what he's like when he comes out the blocks straight away. These predictions for this track in particular is more about who we've gone for second and third, because Max is going to be a very tough guy to beat here.
He certainly is. Let's now go to our top 3. In third place, I have gone for Sergio Perez. He's going to have a podium. He had one in Italy, which was about a month ago. And I feel like he's going to have another one this weekend. He's got to utilise that car at some point.
So P3, I have gone for Charles Leclerc, the resident Ferrari sprint weekend podium. And I think he's going to have a good weekend again. So there we go.
I'll take it, my friend. Thank you very much for putting Ferrari in your predictions. In second, I have gone for Lando Norris. It's going to be similar to Japan, in my opinion. McLaren are going to be very good around here. I think Lando will be closer to Max than Perez will be. Lando probably could have only finished 10 to 12 seconds behind Max around Japan had it not been for a few shenanigans with Perez himself in the VSC and whatnot. But yeah, I think Lando's going to have a very strong weekend. It might even be quite a quiet weekend for him in terms of finishing second and being clear of the rest behind him, but not close enough to Max.
I have gone for Lando Norris P2 as well, because I just can't see it being anyone else. He's on an amazing run of form, driving, superbly well. And if that comes in, which I would be surprised if it doesn't, because we both gone for it, and it just feel like that's the result I can see him getting. That would be 3 P2s in a row, which is very, very impressive indeed. And yeah, he's driving so well now the McLaren's improved, and he's kind of rocketing up the championship table now, has to be said.
Certainly is. In first, I've gone for Max Verstappen. I'm sorry. I know I haven't given Piastri a podium this week, but sometimes that's good because sometimes my predictions are washed. Although last time out in Japan, my predictions were solid. But yeah, Max Verstappen, P1. Thank you very much for coming. Goodbye.
P1, I have also gone for Max Verstappen. I think it's going to be a crushing weekend for him where, he wins the championship in style. And then, we'll see if he has that post-title slump, but I very much doubt it because it's not in his nature.
Our one crazy prediction now. And my one is Ferrari won't get a podium on a sprint weekend because that's what they're known for. So whether that's on the sprint day or the race day, Ferrari will not get a top 3. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I feel like the old anti-jinx. I don't mind if Charles Leclerc gets a little podium and I don't get a point here, but I feel like my crazy prediction will be correct.
We've both gone for a pessimistic one where we'll be happy if we're wrong, because my one crazy prediction is that Fernando Alonso fails to make Q3 for the first time this year. So
okay.
Yeah. I think he's hanging on to that stat by his fingernails now with that absolute tractor. And obviously Lance isn't even getting into Q2 at the moment. And I feel like it's only a matter of time, and maybe this is the circuit for it.
And now let's go to our 3 crazy predictions from you wonderful lot. First one is from Mega Tired Human. Sargent in the points. That would be a slight miracle, considering his current run of form. Wouldn't you agree, Tommy?
Yeah. He needs those points, doesn't he? Big time.
Big time.
He's got to get a point at the very least.
Heels Lady now says Perez not in Q3. Is that a crazy prediction? After me just reading out his grid results. How many times has he not been in Q3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So
that's a lot.
Interesting. That's not great, is it really? Tamsin Riddle _ Piastri gets his first win. I love it, right? Piastri gets his first podium, and what does everyone start predicting? Piastri getting his first win. I love the Oscar hype train. But it would have to be a mental race, I think, for Oscar to win. After what we saw in Suzuka especially, if we have high tyre wear around Qatar as well. He's got to figure out how to drive that car in a better way to match Lando Norris and his race pace. But look, I'm all for it. I want to be wrong. I want Oscar to turn up and win. That would be unreal.
I think this track in particular, with the tyre wear, I think it might be a bit of a struggle. I don't think he's going to be like absolutely awful, hence why we haven't predicted him biggest flop. But yeah, hope it proves me wrong again.
Time will tell. Time will tell. Love to see it. And that is it. Thank you, everybody, for watching and listening to this wonderful prediction podcast. If you want to find out more about our Patreon, link in the description if you're on YouTube or in our link trees and everywhere else, or just patreon.com/MattP1Tommy if you want to have loads more exclusive, beautiful podcasts from ourselves. And we will see you later this weekend for all the post-practice, quali, race content from a sprint weekend that you've got used to from us. What's your final thoughts, Tommy? I nearly forgot.
My final thoughts are, you kind of mentioned the Patreon, and we've actually discussed the race quite a few times. It's been mentioned, but yeah, we're about to record one about 2021. Simpler times, more chaotic times of having the most stressful title battle of all time. And now we're looking at Max Verstappen wrapping it up so early that he's going to do it on a Saturday.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be doing a throwback to 2023 anytime soon. So, yeah, cool. Good stuff. Right, see you very soon, everybody. Bye.
Bye.